Hey, morning. Welcome back to Alright, What's Next? Today what we got going on, we are going to make another pin. I know, another pin. Seriously? It's like how many freaking videos can you make of pins? Tons and tons. I'm always coming up with a different idea for pins, and I just kind of want to show off my freaking blank ideas. And, I got a full-time job. I got a freaking acreage to freaking take care of. I got all kinds of different responsibilities. And I'm trying to run a YouTube channel. So when I come up with a new freaking blank idea, like, hey, that's content video. I'm going to make another goddamn video. This video also is going to incorporate part of one of my previous videos, that saving private resin freaking video, where I've got my resin plug in here. And right here is, or my silicone plug, right here is the resin blank. Right here is the pin tube that I'm going to use for the, let me get a little closer here. That's the pin tube that I'm going to use. So, see how much goddamn resin I saved by making that silicone plug? That's awesome. That is a lot of goddamn money there. I can make a lot more pin videos for people to watch because I'm saving on freaking resin. Alright, my game plan for this particular pin. I have my solid black blank right here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the scroll saw and I'm going to cut all kinds of weird little freaking shapes out of it so that there are gaps. And this is going to take several days to make this blank. Then I'm going to take mica powder, and I'm going to dye up resin in stages. So I'll make a bunch of little cuts, then I'm going to freaking mix up the resin, and I'm going to put this back into this with the little spaces from the kerf marks of the blade, and I'm going to pour resin into it. And then after that cures, we'll take it out, we'll flip it around, we'll freaking cut some more into it, we'll put it back into the freaking mold, take it out, cut it. You see where I'm going with this? It's pretty complicated. So I'm going to take this over to my scroll saw real quick, and we're going to make some cuts. Alright, so I got my cuts made. I'll just go back there. Like that, there, and there. Now, this has got to friggin' slide down in there, and we've got to try and gap them apart. So that means I need to trim just a little bit off of this so I can spread these apart. I might want to sand these things to get them down in there. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take some freaking sandpaper, sand these edges down just a hair. You know what? I'm going to use my fucking power sander. We're just going to clamp that together. See if I can fire them across the shop. Let me go sand this edge down a little bit so that these things will fit a little tighter. Or won't fit so goddamn tight. I need an extension cord. We are definitely going to need some more expansion room. So we got to cut a little bit more off of that guy. We need to get that guy right there. God damn it. Who put frickin' mold release on this? Tape won't stick to it. Let me try packing tape. That don't fucking work either. So we're going to try stick some packing tape in here. Alright. No idea if this is going to work. Let's mix up some freaking resin and pour in there. Alright, let's pour into the gaps here. Alright, so I got this out of the pressure pot. It has not been 24 hours, it has been 48 hours. The first resin pour that I did with the blue, I didn't mix up anywhere near enough, so when I pulled it out of the pressure pot yesterday, there was huge voids down in the gap, so I had to mix up some more and re-pour it. I've imagined this is going to be an unholy nightmare to demold, possibly, because I poured so much resin on it that it kind of got everywhere. Whoa, it's out. Oh, and it's taking the silicone with it. Look at that. It freaking, yeah, it flowed in through there. Nice thing is, silicone sticks to everything. Nothing sticks to it. I don't know. It's weird. Okay, so it looks like it has fully flowed down into all of the cracks. Now I got to take this over to the sander and bring this back into something relatively assembling a block instead of kind of like a cool spaceship. Let me sand this thing up real quick. Let's see. Yeah, okay. We got good clearance right there. Now we have to cut this thing back apart again. Now, I cut it this way, multiple different directions the last time. So now what we're going to do is we're going to, how am I going to do this? We're going to turn it and we're going to cut through on this plane right here. And that way the piece will be floating, so we have to put it down into here and figure out how to keep them suspended while it's in here in order to refill with resin. Plus how to get the resin to actually flow in there. That could be a royal pain in the ass. We'll figure it out. So let me freaking cut this real quick. Alright, so we got a little bit of a wavy pattern through here. I think what we're going to do with this is we're going to go ahead and we're going to do a couple of freaking cuts down through like that. That way I can pour from the top and allow it to flow down in there and hopefully be able to get it down into down into there, because it's going to separate up like that. In theory. In theory, communism works. So I'm going to just hold this. How in the hell did that, okay, I think, yep, that piece goes just like there. That piece goes like that. That piece does not go like that. That piece goes like that. That piece goes like that. That piece goes like that. Alright, so how the shit are we going to maintain its shape in the mold? What I think I'm going to do, and I've already tried a little experiment, I think it'll work, is I got the packing tape and resin, which I initially tried, and packing tape would not stick to the resin for shit. But I used some super glue, and it freaking seems to make it freaking hold rather well, enough to hopefully support this till I can get it filled with resin. We're gonna peel off a couple pieces of freaking packing tape here, make ourselves a little double layered pain in the assery. Why does adhesive got to be so fucking sticky? Alright, now we're going to take and separate these guys out so I've got a nice little gap between each one of the pieces. And get them set up how I want them to go back into the mold. And we're going to freaking, I should probably get some new super glue. Oh, I glued my fingers together. Alright, now we're going to take my activator spray and we're going to soak down that freaking piece of tape right there. And we're just going to set that down on top. Get good equal pressure on it. Then we'll flip it over, we'll do it again. And hopefully that'll hold it together. What the hell? Got super glue freaking... One of these got glued down somehow. It's kind of cool. I put the super glue on there and you can start seeing the lines from the blue. I think this is going to actually be kind of a pretty cool blank. Now, I just noticed something. This is probably weird and that I expanded those pieces apart to get the gaps between them. The blank is now taller than my mold for some reason. I don't know. It's some sort of trick of physics. So what I think I got to do, I'm going to get some rubber cement out and we're going to build up a dam around the top of this so that I can pour the resin up to the height, the top of the mold. So let me get my super expensive $3 craft glue gun out. It's a piece of shit, but it freaking heats up glue and squirts it out a nozzle. I mean, how goddamn fancy you gotta get. All right, well, my next pour is gonna be, it's tangerine, fucking orange. It's gonna be orange. I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna mix up probably 30 mil of resin, which would be pretty much this whole cup. That should be more than sufficient to fill up what I need in here. So I'm going to go ahead and shut the camera off for now because you've already seen me freaking mix resin, and if you don't know how to use a hot glue gun, you pull the trigger. It's extremely complicated. I'm just going to build a little dam around here, mix up the resin, dump it in, back in the pressure pot. See ya. Well, actually, no, I got to go back to work tomorrow. I'll see you in 4 to 5 days, and then we'll see what this looks like. All right, so I got it out of the pressure pot for the final time. Now I ended up doing another cut on it off camera. I didn't record it because, I mean, how many times do you need to see somebody freaking cut something through a board and then pour resin into it? But let's demold it for the last time. All right. Now, I don't know how well you can see that on camera or not, but I got orange line running through there, orange line, you got a blue line running through there, blue line running through there, there's a little one right there. I went and added another cut along here, so I got a nice blue wavy line running through the freaking center of it. Here, let me get my flashlight out here and see if, what the fuck's my, there it is. Let's do that. Oh yeah, there we go. See, blue, orange, all orange all through there. You know what, that might make kind of a cool little frickin' desk lamp type of situation. That little line didn't turn out so hot, right? Yeah. See that one? Yeah. Just a tiny little thing. And then we've got the blue running through the whole friggin' thing with the orange right there. So now what I got to do, I got to go drill a hole in this. So I can put the tube in, and then I will epoxy this tube in, and then we will reconvene tomorrow and turn it. Or we'll reconvene tomorrow, and I don't know if I'll freaking record me turning it or not, because I've already shown that. I don't know how many fucking fin videos I have up right now, but I'll at least show you the finished product when I'm done to show you what it all looks like. All right, so I'll see you tomorrow. Okay. I went ahead and got the blank turned, sanded, polished, assembled, and it turned out pretty cool. When I got it turned and I sanded it down and everything, and I was looking at it, and it's like, this is just kind of goofy looking. Wasn't sure if I was going to like it or not. I don't know if I'd necessarily make one like this again. This might be something you give your kid to take to school. I don't know if it would look best sitting on like an executive desk or something, but it still turned out pretty cool. I think if I would have changed something, I have blue line, orange line, blue line. They're just too straight. It's like, don't really like that. I should have come in at a much deeper curve and got some better weave patterns to it. But once I assembled it, everything kind of came together with the chrome plated ends and that. And I think it turned out really cool. But now I'll take it inside. And I'll show it to everybody. It's like, yeah, they're good. Yay, made another pin. And then it's going to get tossed in a drawer with like 40 other pins that I've made. That if I had the time, I could probably go to a craft show, and you could probably get anywhere from $30 to $100 a pin, depending on what they're made out of, what the kits are like. And some of these handmade pins can go for a lot of goddamn money. But I don't have time to go to a craft show, nor the patience. I don't think I would want to sit there and deal with the public all day long. But that's what it looks like. I enjoyed making it. Resin's just a good time. Subscribe, like, notifications. I'll see you next time.